Oh, that was a friend of mine, childhood friend. He'd been badgering me for about 3 or 4 years. He'd been flying for a little while and he just wanted me to try it out, and I was like, no, I'm going to die, it's going to be horrible. No. So he persuaded me one day, and I had a bit of, I just got my first bonus from work, so I thought, well, £20 for a trial lesson. Back then, I thought, well, yeah, okay, I'll give it a go. And he took me down there I was in London and we drove down there, got up at 5 o'clock in the morning, down in Gloucestershire, signed up for the trial lesson, and so they sat me in the glider, and away I went. It was a bit scary when I was sitting there being strapped in, but once we got moving and we started climbing, I was like, okay, this is different. And then we came off the top of the launch, and the instructor who was sitting behind me put the nose of the glider down. And I'd only ever been in big jets before, so I've only ever had a tiny little window to look out of. And suddenly I had this massive panoramic view in front of me. And I was just floating on air, and I was just looked around, and this is amazing. I have to do this. This is the most amazing thing. So anyway, the flight didn't last that long. It was only 5 minutes, and we were back on the ground because it was a winch launch. And immediately I was like, I want to go again. So I think that day I had another winch launch and an aerotow. And I think on the aerotow we were up for 3/4 of an hour. I think there was a little bit of weak wave. I didn't know this at the time, and that was lovely. That was really nice. And I stalled the glider and I said to the instructor, what happens if I move the stick right back to the backstop? And he said, go on, do it. So I was like, okay. So I moved the stick to the backstop. The nose went up, and then suddenly the nose dropped, and I'm like looking at the ground thinking, what do I do now? So I just moved the stick forwards, which unbeknown to me was the thing to do, and the glider recovered, and I'm thinking, I've done the wrong thing, and the instructor behind me was going, no, that's fine. Freedom, wonder, just being able to see the world from a different perspective, giving me a greater perspective on life and what it means and how we fit in with the world. And yeah, it means a lot. It's a big part of my life. I spend all my weekends doing this, and it's a big part socially with lots of people, friends. It's really great, absolutely brilliant. Oh, I'm very excited. I'm so pleased that I've been given the opportunity to actually fly in this. Really privileged. Obviously I'd like to do really well, but this is my first World Championship, so I'm trying my best, and always try my best. But yeah, it's great. It's absolutely brilliant. It's really nice to see lots of women out as well, and everyone supporting each other, and it's good to see, and it's good to see all the people working together. Just the challenge of being given a task to do, and trying to do it to the best of my ability. Flying along with other people as well is really nice. I do a lot of flying in the UK on my own. At the weekends I'll go off and do 100, 200, 300 kilometres, even 500 kilometres on my own, tending not to fly with other people, but it's really nice to fly along with other people, and be part of a bigger thing. It's lovely.